What's up, everybody? Trevor here again. It is May 1st, 2016, and I am currently in Dublin, Ireland, going on, I believe, day 5 here. I got one more day, but before we get to Dublin, let's get caught up on what's been happening since my last video. So, I was in Belfast before this. I think, if you remember my last video, I mentioned I'd be going to the Giant's Causeway. Very cool day trip up to the northern coast of Ireland. It's about a 2-hour bus ride, and they take you to the Carrick-a-Rede rope bridge, which is this very narrow, sketchy rope bridge that connects to a little island off the coast. So they don't let you cross it if the winds are 40 miles an hour or over, because that you might get blown off. So I was on the island for maybe 5 minutes, and then they kicked us off because the winds were picking up and it was a little treacherous getting back to shore. So I tried to take a little video of it, of the crossing, but they were hurrying us across, so we'll see how it turns out. Maybe I'll throw that on the end of this or another video, we'll see. So then from there they take it to the actual Giant's Causeway, which is natural rock formation along the coast. Views of the ocean and the cliffs and this, I believe it's columnar basalt, maybe? You can correct me if I'm wrong, but got a lot of pictures there, so I'll get those pictures uploaded eventually. But from there I came to Dublin via bus. That's another maybe 2.5-hour bus ride south to Dublin, and initially I was staying at Isaac's Hostel, which is right next to the train and bus station, which is convenient. I didn't have to walk very far. But with that convenience came the fact that I could hear every single train and see every single train out my window all night long. So yeah, little bit noisy, a lot of bit noisy, and the internet wasn't very fast. So I wasn't able to upload any of my photos or do that kind of stuff, just because it would have taken me like 10 hours to upload photos, because I take a lot. And yeah, so I moved out from Isaac's yesterday, and now I'm staying at Abbey's Court, which is about 1 kilometer from the bus station. Still pretty convenient, but much quieter, also clean. Internet is super fast here, which is nice. So I got the Belfast photos up on my website. I will pick up a few to put on Facebook for everyone to see. And they've also got these really cool murals painted on all the walls and all the doors. So I'm in room Bruce Lee. Coming up the stairs, there's John Lennon, Bono, The Little Mermaid, Captain Hook, Peter Pan. Some of the other stairwells have these very detailed Star Wars, like every character from Star Wars. So I'll see about maybe walking around and getting a video of all these murals, or just taking photos of them for you guys to see, because they're pretty cool. So if you're looking for a place to stay, check out Abbey's Court in Dublin. Affordable. All the beds and all the hostels are like the exact same brand and setup, so that's not really a consideration. Fortunately, they're not very tall, so my head touches one side and my feet touch the other side. But yeah, they're all the same, so I can't really. That's not going to change anytime soon. But so yeah, Giant's Causeway in Dublin. Started out with a walking tour. It takes you around the city. We get to see the Trinity College. Very beautiful. I'll come back to that in a minute. Dublin Castle, and we also, what else did we see? Oh, Temple Bar District. So in case you're wondering, Temple Bar isn't one bar. The bar refers to like the term like a sandbar. So Temple Bar refers to this whole area. And there's a lot of bars, very touristy. I got a nice expensive beer while I was there, so I can say I did. But after the tour, me and a couple guys that I met that were staying in my hostel went to the Guinness Storehouse, where Guinness was founded and originally made. So the storehouse is very cool. It's almost like a museum, sort of. So you get all the history of Guinness. You also see what goes into the making of it, that kind of stuff. And at the end of the tour, you come all the way up to the very top, and there's a 360-degree panoramic views of the city of Dublin. It's one of the tallest buildings in Dublin, and you get to enjoy probably the best pint of Guinness in the world, because, well, it's made right there. So when in Dublin, gotta drink Guinness, right? After the Storehouse, maybe that was a couple days ago, then we did a pub crawl. I've still got my Dublin pub crawl bracelet on. Can't remember exactly any of the names of any of the bars or clubs that we went to on this pub crawl, because I was a little bit drunk and wasn't paying attention, but had a lot of fun. Got to see what the nightlife is like here in Dublin, and I will say that clubs play techno and EDM just like everywhere else. So check out the bars. If you skip the clubs, you're not missing very much, but if you like EDM, yeah. So pub crawl was cool. I was struggling yesterday morning getting up, but went and checked out, took a train to Bray, which is a little bit north of Dublin, on the coast. Cool little seaside kind of resort town. Little fairs, carnivals, suites, playgrounds, that kind of stuff, and a nice long walkway along the beach. So another cool day trip you can do if you decide to come check out Dublin. Trinity College, we'll go back to Trinity College because that's a very cool university. This girl I met was able to get me into the Long Library instead of having to pay because she was a student. So I went and checked out the Long Library. Incredible. They have busts of philosophers up and down each side. So I got to see what Socrates and Plato looked like back in the day, or as close as people can guess, because they're a few thousand years old. So I don't think there's any real photos of them. So, but I'll get pictures up of the library and Giant's Causeway and all that stuff eventually. Like I said, I just got Belfast pictures done, so one thing at a time. What else to cover in this video? Let's see. I guess my impression of Dublin. It is crowded here. Holy cow. There are so many tourists. I didn't realize that Dublin was so popular. I guess that makes sense. All the Americans are coming to explore their Irish heritage or whatnot. So, yeah, lots of people everywhere. But it's a cool city. A lot of cool churches. I'm a big fan of churches, like the buildings, not going to them for church, if that makes sense. But, yeah. So, moving forward, what is happening? Well, tomorrow I gotta check out of my hostel at about 11 a.m. and then I have a flight to Amsterdam at 5 p.m. So I gotta spend 3 days in Amsterdam. I'll go check out the coffee shops and see what the city is about. After that, so after 3 days in Amsterdam, I will be heading to Las Palmas de Gran Canaria. It's a Spanish island off the coast of Africa. Probably pronounced that wrong, but someone can correct me. And I'm going to spend, who knows, maybe a week there because I'm really ready for some beaches and some sun and some cheap beer. And I want to thank my friend Fraser I met in Belfast for suggesting going to the Canary Islands because that'll be a good time. And my tattoo is just about healed up, so I'm going to lather on some SPF 50 and hope for the best. So yeah, that kind of covers everything that's been happening since my last video. Thank you for watching, guys, and we'll keep them coming. So stay tuned for Amsterdam and Facebook, Instagram for all my pictures getting uploaded here in the next day or two. Thanks. I'll talk to you guys soon.